So, dear viewers, we are so happy to have you today. We thank you so much for joining us. And today I'm going to be hosting one of our greatest leaders in Kenya. She's a lead stockist, and you probably know her, but if you don't know her, we've got Dr. Mercy Meberia. So we are so happy to have you, Daktari. Please say hi to. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is, hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Mercy Meberia. I'm a lawyer by profession, but also I'm a network marketer. Yeah.
Wow, that's so powerful. So maybe I think I should be able to start that. I should be able to start there. You're a lawyer, like you've mentioned. So that means that you've got a profession, all right? So what was your motivation? What made you not to stick to? You can give us a bit of story, like your story of being a lawyer and what motivated you to be able to move to entrepreneurship. Okay, so maybe give us that background for the person who's listening to us.
Okay, like many of us, I was also employed. And of course, as a lawyer, you have to go through the 4 years in school, undergraduate, then you do another 1 year, Kenya School of Law, then you do another practice for 2 years before you get your license. So, of course, I was employed, 8 to 5 job for, I think, more than 4 years. I was employed for more than 4 years, but I decided to take the risk because most people, when you go to entrepreneurship, you're taking the risk. Sure. You're leaving the comfort of your salary, which you're used to getting every month. So I decided to take the risk and leave the comfort of my pay slip. And for me, I usually say I decided to leave the limitation of my pay slip because it's limited, it's not enough. So I started my entrepreneurship journey by opening a law firm way back in 2013. That is when I started the journey. I took the risk. And of course, there are so many challenges that I can honestly tell everyone. There are so many challenges. There are hardships. Sometimes you even wonder what you'll pay your staff with. Disappointments are there, frustrations are there. But of course, so long as there is something we call consistency and you work hard, then you'll be able to achieve so much. You'll be able to achieve success. Because for me, I've been able to achieve success in my legal practice. And now coming to LongRich, I have to take that risk of investing in the company I have never done. I never had any experience in network marketing. This was my first network marketing company. But the reason why I even decided to join LongRich is because of the products they had. I had the opportunity as a lawyer to be chosen by Chinese to register the company for them because I'm a commercial lawyer. So they came looking for a commercial lawyer and they were referred to me by someone from EcoBank. So they came, I registered the company for them in Kenya. I also did the registration of the products. They gave me so many products. They want them to comply with the regulations in Kenya. So I had to take the products for registration under the pharmacies and poisons code and also the CAPS. So they gave me the products. They explained to me how this product works. So after registration, I was left with the products on my desk. Okay. I decided, why can't I test these products? They're saying this alkaline works miracles. If you have acidity, if you have ulcers, this thing can, within a week. Then the sanitary pad and the panty liners, It's something which works so well for women who have gynecological problems. So I decided to test the products by giving my friends, and also I started using them. I started using the panty liners and the pads because I was experiencing the menstrual cramps. And for me, it worked. The cup I gave one of my friends who has been suffering from the acidity since we started campus. And within a week, it worked. And then I gave some other products I gave to a lady. There are some fertility products they had, which I gave also to some friends of mine who could not conceive. And within some few months, for us, we say we got miracles because this person was able to conceive because of using these products, which for us, we were testing because we didn't know it was something new in the market. So when I realized that the products are working, that is when I decided to invest in the company so that I can bring the products to Kenya. So that's how my entrepreneurship journey in LongRich started. I first had to test the products I was given for free. Then after I realized that the products are working, that is when I invested in LongRich. I do not regret investing in LongRich. So that's my entrepreneurship journey.
Wow, I love that story. And what I'm reading is that like as much as at some point you're actually employed, it's like entrepreneurship has been in your system all along. It's something that has always been in you.
No, okay, it's, for me, I usually say you're not born with it. It's something you learn. But entrepreneurship, I started in campus. When I was in campus, I used to operate businesses. I used to operate shops, those shop businesses in campus. I used to own some of them. So for me, it's something really which I knew at some point I have to do. Exactly. I cannot rely on employment. I cannot rely on a payslip. So that is something which I started nurturing from when I was in campus.
Wow.
So it's a journey which is nurtured. It's not something you're born with.
Well, I love that they're not like born entrepreneurs. Anyone can be able to learn entrepreneurship, and that's very powerful. Okay. Now you've talked about LongRich BioScience International. And that leads me to the next question, that out there, whether in Kenya or abroad, there are so many multi-level marketing companies, okay? Now, the question is that when you're choosing a network marketing company, what should you look at? Because I want to believe that, okay, everyone is saying that theirs is the best, but then the person who is listening out there, they're not sure how to be able to choose. So how do you decide the best network marketing company?
Okay, for me, I usually consider 4 key things when you're checking the network to join. And of course, the first thing you need to check is the strength of the company. You need to look at the strength of the company, the stability of that company. For example, when if it's a product company, how is their manufacturing? Do they manufacture their products or they rely on other partners to manufacture for them? So that tells you whether the company is stable or not. Is it independent of commercial partners or commercial manipulations, or is it dependent? So if a company relies on other people to manufacture for them, sometimes it will get frustrated. So you'll see that some products which are being brought to a certain market, because maybe the partners who are manufacturing for them, they are no longer operating, so the products are no longer available. So that makes even the market shaky, and sometimes it can lead to the collapse of that network marketing company, because it's not its fault, but it's the fault of the partners. So you look at the strength and the stability of the company. You also look at the second thing you need to check is the products of the company. What is being sold by this company? Does the product deliver what it says, especially for product companies and health companies? When they say that the products will deliver, or it will fulfill a promise, does it fulfill that promise? Does it deliver? So because that is very key, because when you sell to someone, you need repeat clients.
Sure.
And the way you can get repeat clients is if something works. If it does not work, then we usually say it's dead on arrival, because people buy, they realize something is not working, and they will disappear. So you need to check the products the company is bringing in and whether they are working. Then of course you need to check the compensation plan of the company. What is the reward system? What is the reward system? Is it adequate for your efforts? Then look at what is spent on the reward system. Are you being told you need to do every month, you need to do compulsory purchases of something you don't need so that you earn? Are you pegging your payment on purchases? So you need to check out you need to look at the compensation plan so that at the end of the day, you're not left with products in your house which you don't need, so that you can just get paid. So the compensation plan of any company, you need to check it before you join a company. The other thing you need to look at is, does the company give you support? What incentives does the company introduce to your market so that it can be able to support you as independent distributor? So what kind of incentives does it give? What kind of promotions does it give? So we usually say it's a sharing economy. So the company should also be able to share with its people. And the only way the company can share with its people is through the incentives and the promotions which it introduces to the market. Like when you see the LongRich, the way it has so many incentives, the product incentives, the cash incentives, the car, the travel, you get to earn so much from the incentives. Because when you calculate, because they give you money, if you calculate in terms of the monetary terms, you get so much in terms of the incentives. So those are the key things you look at when you're considering joining a MLM.
Wow. I love that. And actually, I would say that the business that you're doing right now, that is LongRich, you've been with the business for some time. And I know for you, from your low background, to be able to decide that you're going to invest in this business, you must have that investigation. So let me ask, does LongRich qualify for all this, with all these aspects that you mentioned? Does it qualify?
Yes, LongRich qualifies. One, when you look at the strength of the company manufactures for itself.
Exactly.
So that one, the stability, it qualifies. When you look at the products of the company, they work. That's why we get so many people who buy the products. The product work. It fulfills the promise. It tells you it will fulfill. When you look at the compensation plan, our compensation plan is among the best in the world.
Yes.
We usually say LongRich is the future. So you cannot compare compensation plan of LongRich with other product companies. Exactly. When you look at the incentives or the company support LongRich has, the support is so much. The promotions, the incentives are many. The car incentives, the travel incentive, the house fund. So it's so much. If only you can work, because everything you need to work for it. So it qualifies completely.
Wow, I love that. So that leads me to the next question. People have got this idea about network marketing, it being like an online business or home business. Okay, people have got these ideas about home-based businesses that you don't have to, I don't know why people think that way, that you don't have to work so hard for them to work out, just because it's an home-based business that you can be able to stay at home and make money. Okay. I don't know what you think about it. Is it true that the fact that this is a home-based business, it just comes like so easily? Or is it like kind of a misconception that people have that just because of home-based business, you don't have to do so much. Okay, I don't know what to think about it, or what you would say.
For me, what I usually tell people, LongRich is a business like any other. There are some people who have their offices at home and they work. It doesn't matter where you work from. For me, it doesn't matter where you work from. You can work from your home, you can work from your office, you can work from your phone, anywhere. But the question is, even if you're working from home, it does not mean that you don't engage your customers, you don't engage your partners or other people. So the issue is not where you work from. The issue is, what are the results, or what effort are you putting wherever you're working from? Because I can work from my house, but I need to engage my customers, because third parties are what gives you money, the networking. So you cannot network if you just stay at home. You need to, you can work from home, but you engage your customers from home. You can engage your partners, your success lines from home. That one does not matter the location of where you work from, but is engaging your people. You cannot expand from the comfort of your home. Saying that it is home business, I will just stay at home. You cannot expand from the comfort of your home. You need to meet people. You need to work hard. You need to engage other people out there for any business to succeed. For any business, not just LongRich, for any business to succeed, you need to engage people. Even if we say it's an online business, but you need to engage people. Even in that online, doing the presentation, the Zoom meetings, so long as you can be able to engage people, then you can be able to do the LongRich business comfortably. Wow. So it's not the location that matters.
So what I'm getting
is the effort you're doing.
Yeah, what I'm getting is that it's just like a misconception, or people assuming that because it's an online business, that things are going to be easier. It's actually like a business like any other, and you still have to put 100% effort for it to be able to work.
Yes.
So I think our viewers be able to.
It's a business like any other.
Exactly. Our viewers need to get this, that for you to be able to work, you still have to be able to go out there, do 100% of the work, wake up early, just like you'd have done actually in any other business. And I think also something that I've noticed that for most people who are actually employed, they get so much thrilled with the idea of having a business. They think that having a business is about becoming lazy. Okay. But I think when you start your own business, you should even wake up earlier compared to the time you used to wake up before you had a business. Yeah.
Yes, you have to work extra hard. Absolutely. When you want to start a business. If you want to start a business, you need to sacrifice. You cannot compare employment with business. You have to give more. If you are giving little in your employment, then you have to give extra effort.
Wow, I love that. Now,
in your business, otherwise it will not work. It will in your business, otherwise it will not work.
Wow, I love that. Now, let me maybe ask a bit of a personal question, because most people look up to you as a leader in this business. Okay, so what do you think? What are the key skills that you think have helped you to be able to get where you are? And maybe skills that other people can be able to learn who are in this business, that they need to be able to focus on developing, because there's a business, and I want to believe that as much as the business is great, there's a personal skill that you need to be able to offer you to be able to succeed. Okay, so what are some of the skills that have helped you to be able to get where you are? And do you think that if other people in the business develop those skills, it will make their success easier?
For me, what I usually advise people, what matters, the most important is the attitude. The attitude you have is what matters. It doesn't matter any other skill. but the attitude you have towards something is important. It is important. In fact, I usually tell my people, even the employees I employ, for me, the first thing I look at is the attitude of that person, not the papers. It's your attitude. The moment I know your attitude is good, then the papers will follow later. So the attitude is key in any business, because once you have good attitude, then you will learn the skills like persistence. You'll be consistent in the business. You, even if you don't have communication skills, then you will make sure you learn, because you will be willing. You will be willing to learn. You will be willing to learn from other people. You will be willing to get a mentor who will be able to teach you. So for me, to top everything is the attitude, because the moment you have the right attitude, then you learn all the other skills which you don't have. Because everything is learned, as we said when he started. You are not born with anything. You learn. So with the right attitude, all the other skills will be learned. There's communication. You learn how to communicate with people and how to sell your products. Read books. Listen to motivation speakers, and they will teach you so much of how you can do your business, so long as you have the right attitude.
Wow.
But if you join the business, unataka kuwa rich immediately, and you join the business with the wrong attitude that, this thing is difficult, I cannot be able to achieve, I cannot be able to be like this other person, it requires much effort. No, you have already brought the wrong attitude in the business, so you'll not even work hard, because you need to work hard in any business for you to succeed.
Wow. So how you perceive everything, the attitude, the ability to be willing to learn, is one of the biggest keys that people should be able to have, right?
Yes.
Right. So a few people will be joining us, but of course they'll just be listening in, and then maybe at the end they'll be able to ask us more questions. Is that okay? I'll just let in a few people, then they can be able to listen in, then they can be able to ask questions at the end. Okay. So now I think that now, so you've mentioned that like the first attitude, like the first quality that people should be able to have is attitude. Maybe is there something else that maybe in addition to attitude, another skill that you think is so key when it comes to actually succeeding in the LongRich business?
Of course, in LongRich business, you need hard work, you need persistence and consistency to learn. You need communication skills, like something to your customers bad and you expect them to come back tomorrow. Yes.
Wow. So I'll ask another question, and I think this you mentioned something when you were starting out that professionally you had a career, you're a lawyer, okay, and so you have a profession, actually you had a job, but maybe I'll ask what really, because most people, they are actually satisfied with their income, they are satisfied with how much money they are making because of that security. Of course, and as much as it's not enough, but I think they love their security so much that they'll prefer staying in that cocoon. Let me call it that way. Okay. So what was your motivation to jump out and get uncomfortable, take the risk, and be in this business?
Of course, the first thing you need to look at is what is the disadvantage of the pay slip? Because when you are relying on a pay slip, it's like a financial slavery. You're in a financial slavery. You're working for someone else at a limited pay, because your compensation or your pay is fixed. The pay is fixed by your employer. So you will be in a financial slavery situation, and also something we call, you live from hand to mouth.
Absolutely.
Or from paycheck to paycheck. before even you get your salary, either you're in debt already. So by the time your salary comes, you have no savings because you have to pay your debts. So you live from heart to mouth, which is a very bad situation. Then what makes people not leave employment is there's that insecurity.
Exactly.
The insecurity, you feel like, now what will happen if I leave this and start on my own? So that insecurity, that fear is what has been making people not leave their employment and stick to them and not start their business. In business, when you start your own business, you determine your own paycheck.
Exactly.
You're the one who decides how much you want to be paid. You control what you want to earn. That's the advantage of business. And of course, you cannot compare employment with business, because for employment, the moment something happens to you, then you don't have any inheritance for your family of your future. But where for business, it is something which can be inherited by your children. So you need to secure the future of your family through starting some business, which in case of something happening to you, then they have something they have been left with. In fact, President Uhuru said that you could say that if you're employed and the moment you die, then your employer will, first of all, replace you before you're even married. You know what happens to the cabinet secretaries, the former ministers? If someone died, a minister, sitting minister, they used to be replaced immediately by something we call the acting minister.
Exactly.
So you're replaced immediately before you're even married. Now, the house you are being given for the company, they will kick your family out because that house needs to be occupied by the new person who has replaced you. So your family is left in the cold. So when you look at, then there is nothing you're leaving to your family because they cannot take over your job. But when you look at the business, at least your family will be able to continue with the business and they can be able to earn income from what you've been able to establish as a business. So the advantages of business are so many. You cannot even compare with the other employment. That's why I usually urge people, even if you're employed, do LongRich. Do this LongRich business as a side hustle. Just don't leave your employment if you have that insecurity, but do it as a side hustle. Because it is allowed, you can do a side business. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And the fact that having a business actually gives you control over your life. You can be able to determine what happens to it. You can be able to pass it on to your children. I think that's so powerful. That is so, so powerful. And now let me ask, maybe you've been in this journey for some time. You know, in life, there are those moments in like what you call them, like haha moments. When you're like, hey, how come I never thought of that? Or maybe you're like, yeah, this is it. You know, have you had those moments in like, you're like, you confirmed your convictions, or you're like, yeah, I think these are the thing to be able to do in this business? Like, because at those moments, like, call her like aha moments. Have you had such moments in this business?
Yes, especially the LongRich business. You know, when you realize that you can earn and continue earning through the efforts of other people, some of whom you don't even know. You don't know them, but they're in your business. And you still earn from those people's efforts. For me, that's something which really amazed me, because that is not like, you know, for my other business, I earn from my efforts. I earn from my effort because I have to work for me to get my check or my clients to pay me. I need to give a service. But for LongRich, it's different. Realizing that you're earning from other people's effort, people you don't even know. For me, That is my best moment. And then getting an opportunity which gives you freedom of time. Before LongRich, I could not travel. I was thinking I don't have time to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But after joining LongRich, I realized I have time for myself. I can never be able to travel from one country. In fact, it's this corona which has made us not travel anymore. We used to travel so much. Last year, I think I went to more than 10 countries.
Wow.
1 year alone.
Wow.
So we used to travel so much
Mm-hmm.
using LongRich.
Mm-hmm.
That is an opportunity which comes once in a lifetime and which this company can give you.
Wow. Another leads me to the next question. They say that most people who actually start business, they fail. Okay. And I think the same is true for network marketing. So what do you think is the reason number one that most people fail in network marketing?
Of course, the main reason why people fail in network marketing is something we call prostitution. You want to test
Right?
everything.
Mm-hmm.
This company comes, you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be in all the.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the problems we have with people. You are not concentrating on giving your all in one company so that you can be able to succeed in one. You want to be in all network companies. I don't know what miracles you want to you're expecting to get if you're in different companies, because all of them requires your effort. If you can concentrate and give that effort to one company, you'll be surprised with the results you get. But people are everywhere. The new company coming to the market, they just want to join. Let me tell you, you will never succeed by doing prostitution in network marketing. It will never work. And the successful people can attest to that. Those people who have been able to succeed are people who have been able to concentrate on one company for so long and they get results. The other one, of course, is too much expectation, because you expect to get rich overnight in network marketing. As I say, network marketing is just like any other business. You need to give your all your effort for you to get results. So if you come to network marketing, you're expecting to wake up and the next day you reach, that will not happen anywhere. Nowhere. Even those other companies where you're going to, it will not happen. Then, of course, we said, if you don't open your business every day, how do you expect to earn? You need to open your business every day. If it's network marketing, if it's LongRich, you need to prospect every day. That is opening your business every day. It's not you're prospecting now, the next time you prospect is next month. That is closing your shop. How do you expect a company like if they close their business? People will move to Naivas.
Wow. So I love that.
So that will not happen. So you need to open your shop every day. You need to open your shop every day. Consistency. Lack of consistency is what is making people not succeed in network marketing. Lack of consistency. Then neglecting, unaingisha mtu, then you neglect that person. You neglect to create and mentor your team. You need to mentor your team so that also they can be able to understand the business. So if you neglect your team, you're just interested in someone joining, and then after they join, you don't care whether they know how to do the recruitment or not, if they know how to also do duplication, call it duplication. So for you don't care. That is a problem we have with network marketing. Of course, also customer service. Bad customer service makes people fail. because we have had so many incidents of people who are claiming that, oh, my upline is rude, my upline talks badly, my upline. Just like in a shop, you need to treat your customers well. So if you lack customer service, then you will lose people, you will lose customers, you will lose your success lines. So you need to have good customer service skills. You need to learn how to talk to people well so that you cannot fail in network marketing. Those are some of the key.
Wow, wow. I love that. And to those people who have just joined us, or members of just joined us, we'll have like a short session of questions. So in case you've got any questions you want to be able to ask Dr. Mercy, just prepare them. We'll be able to give you some room to be able to ask those questions. Now, what you have just said, it reminds me of a video that I created this morning. I was talking about shiny object syndrome, okay? And shiny object syndrome is like a disease that people have, that they think that the next opportunity is where their breakthrough is. So, and like you've said, it doesn't work like that way. If you focus on what you're doing and just like keep doing it and keep learning that opportunity, you're going to be able to succeed. So, wow. And now let me go to the next question. Now, for someone who is just starting out in LongRich Business, someone who's just a beginner and maybe they have never done like network marketing, or maybe they have done and they have failed before, what should you tell them? What should they do? What should they focus on for them to be able to succeed?
Okay, for those who have joined, what we can tell them is that just like any other business, you need to work hard. You need, in fact, you need to give it an extra effort. Mm-hmm. Do the best in that business. Then be consistent. If you're opening your shop, open it every day. And that means if you are prospecting, make sure people know about your business every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. It's opening your shop, is making sure that people know about your business every day. So that is consistency. Then if you don't know about the business well, get a mentor who will be able to train you, who will be able to explain to you more and guide you about the opportunity of the business. Then, of course, embrace yourself for rejection. You will get many people telling you no. You will get, like me, I get people telling me, I don't do numbers business. They call them numbers business. I don't do numbers business. I don't do points business. Mm-hmm. That is normal. We are used to that already. The mm-hmm. points business, then the word business. They said, we don't do MLM. We have never, we don't want to be associated with MLM. People will reject you every day. That is normal in life. In fact, if you're not rejected, then something is wrong with you. You need to face rejection so that you can even be more firmer. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, seek knowledge about the business and the product, because you need to understand what you're selling. You cannot sell something you do not understand. Mm-hmm. So seek knowledge about the products, seek knowledge about the business. Then you can be able at least to explain to other people about what you're doing, so that when someone asks you a question, you will not be stranded and start saying, let me call someone and ask them. You need to make sure you have the knowledge. And we have the opportunity because we have trainings every week and we have the best trainers. So take advantage of the trainers we have and seek the knowledge so that you can be able to have the correct answers when someone asks you the questions.
Wow, wow. I'm learning so much, Daktari, and I really love this. This is so powerful because, like you've said, most people actually fear rejection. They would rather be liked by everyone else rather than being told no. But in reality, there's no you can be able to succeed if everyone likes you. Also, someone says that if you want to be liked by everyone, you should sell ice cream. So, not a business. Now, before we allow in the questions, I wanted to ask, okay, like when you're starting out, you mentioned that when this company was being registered in Kenya, you are there. They came to you because you're a corporate lawyer and you're like among the pioneers of this business in Kenya. what vision do you have for the business? Maybe in terms of Kenya as a country and maybe Africa as a whole. What is the big like big picture or the blueprint that you have for the business going forward?
Like for Kenya, the plans we have for LongRich, our office is already small. So we are moving to a bigger office.
Mm-hmm.
It has become small. So by next month in June, we'll be expanding to a bigger office because our numbers are really grown.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, also we need to continue, we plan to grow more numbers, to grow our numbers more in the whole of East Africa. Because now, for example, Uganda is our baby, Rwanda is our baby. So we plan to expand the business to the whole of East Africa. And this way, you can be able to provide a LongRich platform. And the reality right now, because of this COVID-19, many people are unemployed. Mm-hmm. So this is the right time. Many people have been sacked. When you go to most companies, 70% of their staff have been sacked. So they are unemployed. So this is the right time to introduce LongRich platform to people so that they can also get a source of income. We can be able to provide a source of income to many families as possible. And because of the many young people who are now unemployed, so introduce the LongRich opportunity, the LongRich platform to the people, and we will support them. We plan to support as many people as possible through this platform.
Wow. So like the business, there's still so much room for improvement. And actually what has happened right now, having the coronavirus, is an opportunity actually for this business because people still continue shopping, their daily shopping. They'll still be able to brush their teeth, like we say. They'll still be able to use the soaps. They'll still be able to use the sanitary pads. So if what you said, that we can be able to open our businesses every single day by prospecting every single day, there is a huge room for growth within Kenya and even outside the country.
Yes, because our products are daily use products.
Exactly.
So whether there is corona or not, it's a necessity.
Absolutely.
So you can take advantage of that and introduce it to as many people as possible. Because what are you earning if you go and shop in a supermarket? Nothing. In fact, what they will give you are points, which you redeem by getting more products. But if you do this LongRich, you still shop the way you shop, you get points, you introduce people, and you earn from just introducing people to buy the necessity products. So it's a business which deals with necessity products and which will give you extra income, which we all need right now because of this situation.
Wow. Wow. So now I'm good to be able to pick like 2 questions from the members. Members who are in the meeting, I'm going to unmute you so that in case anyone has got a question, you can be able to just go ahead and ask. So I'll unmute. You can be able to unmute yourself actually. Then you can be able to, in case you've got any question to ask Dr. Mercy, kindly just unmute yourself and you can pose the question in the next like 5 minutes or so, then you'll be closing. Don't forget there's the famous 5, so we'll be coming to that. So yeah, right now we'll be able to take the questions.
Hi Simon, hi Mercy, hi everyone. My only concern, this was a very good interview for prospects. Why didn't you inform us in good time? I only see leaders here. I'm sure I would have loved to invite 1 or 2 prospects. Thank you.
Simon, tell us why you did not invite people to this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was an open interview.
Now, the good thing is that you're good to make this recording available. What you're doing right now is that we're actually collecting interviews from the leaders. So And that's why maybe we should have informed you earlier, but don't worry, we're going to make it available that you can be able to share with your prospects, okay? But I also want to believe that going forward, we're going to have more interviews with Daktari and also other leaders in the business. So, yeah.
Noted. Thank you. That was very good, Mercy. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alice. Someone else with another question, kindly. Yes, Julie.
Wow, how did you know that I was about to speak?
Your picture can be seen.
Wow, that was really amazing and powerful. Like, honestly, I'm also very pissed that I don't see any. We were not informed about this. Even me, I just saw this very late. So we needed to have a lot of people joining this because it was a very good engagement for our business. For me, what can I say now? It's just that aspect where I feel like people have really missed out on this wonderful presentation by Leader Mercy. So, Mr. Elius. Mr. Elius?
Yes, I can hear you.
You see, the thing is, even if you share the recording, yeah, there's recording is not the same as when people are actually engaged in the live meeting. Absolutely. Because to be honest, most people don't even view the recording. So next time, please, when you're having the leaders meeting, we really want to engage because this is a really good a presentation and opportunity for all of us to learn and invite our prospects as well. Yeah. So it can be really a huge thing. Thank you so much for setting it up. Honestly, this is really good.
Wow. Thank you so much, Julie. I'm so grateful, and I have noted that. Yeah, next time when you're doing this, we make sure we publicize it as much as possible, so that you can be able to, because there's a lot of power actually when people are actually live in the meeting and they can be able to ask questions. So I agree with that. So definitely in our next interview, you're good to be able to have more people coming on board and good to be able to invite as many people as possible. So thank you so much for that, Julie. Maybe I'll take the last question before we go to the famous 5 from Dr. Mercy. Yes, Collins.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Simon and Mercy. I actually didn't have a question. I was going to compliment and say this has been very wonderful, and I'm really motivated. Hey, Dr. Mercy went to over 10 countries in just 1 year. Hey, I can't wait for my time. I'm so motivated by LongRich, and I'm actually going to really work hard on this because it's really amazing. Yeah, we are. I wish I had 2 of my prospects here. They also could have been really encouraged like I am. So big up. Thank you for this.
Oh, thank you so much, Collins. Thank you so much. And it's true that I believe that when this corona is over, you're going to be able to travel to your 10 dream countries and probably more than that. So thank you so much for joining us. Yes, Joe. Right, so I think maybe his phone just making noise. So now we're going to be able to go to the famous 5 with Dr. Mercy. Now, Dr. Mercy, what did you tell to your 18-year-old?
I'll tell to my 18-year-old. I don't have an 18-year-old yet. I have a 9-year-old. But of course, I'll tell them to do the right thing. You need to do the right thing, even if no one is watching you. And of course, I'll also tell them their motivation for education should not be for them to get a job. It's for them to create employment opportunities for other people. You know, initially we have been telling our 18-year-old, read so that you get a career, you get a job. That has been, even us, that is what we were told. Read so that you can get the best career. But right now, we are telling them, read so that you can be able to employ other people in your company. So that is what I'll tell my 18-year-old right now.
Wow. Now, is there any, what's your favorite business book? The one which you've read before?
My favorite business book?
Yes.
No, my favorite business book is a checkbook.
Wow.
All right.
That's my checkbook.
Okay.
That's a business book. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
That's my favorite book. If I have my checkbook with me, I'm okay. I am okay with my checkbook.
And maybe because I'm told that entrepreneurs read a lot, is there any book like business book that you're reading maybe in addition to the check? Because there's kind of relationship between the checkbook and any other personal development stuff.
For me, I like listening to YouTube a lot. Easier. In fact, even when I have classes, I like YouTube. I go to YouTube first to check what they have on the topic. So, but I like anything with Eric Warren. That's my favorite. I listen to that guy so much. I think even when you talk to SD Charles, the current two-star director, that is, the knowledge he has is from that guy. That guy has a wealth of knowledge. If only you can just listen to him, you will succeed in network marketing. It gives advice on what to do, on how to do it, and how to achieve success, and how to do the business in a professional way. So he's the best person to follow if you want to succeed in network marketing.
Right. Now, any CEO that you're following right now, any CEO that you're following right now or studying?
Yes, I have my favorite CEO. My favorite CEO is a Kenyan, the group CEO of DevKey group of companies. That guy really motivates me so much. You see people who have started from scratch. He used to own a small shop in Gikomba. Right now is a multi-millionaire, the top millionaires, recognized even by Forbes magazine. He's a Kenyan, by the way, Indian. Yeah? That guy motivates me so much. We call them philanthropics. In the COVID-19 alone, he has given 120 million from his company.
Wow.
Yes. So, and he is so humble. He is so humble. When you talk to him, you're surprised how this guy can be so humble with so much money, During my wedding, by the way, I was privileged to be given a chopper for free by him.
Wow.
That's how good that guy is. So he's one person, a CEO I admire and wish that people can be like him. People can be able to help people with all the money they have. They are still so humble. They are still able to communicate and talk to people, whatever their level is. That is the kind of CEO I admire.
Wow. And now number 4, what's your status?
Family-wise, I'm married with
awesome.
2 beautiful children.
Awesome. And number 5, if you could have one superpower, what would that be?
If I had a superpower, I think I would want to eradicate poverty in Kenya and all the diseases in our generation. Sometimes when you see our news, you wonder, why are people doing what they are doing? People are in the cold, this is not the right time to do some things like what is happening. No, people are really in a serious condition, but you're going to demolish their houses. So if I hand the superpowers, for me, I'll make sure that there is no poverty. People will be equal. And of course, there will be no diseases. That would be my wish.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Ari. We are so happy to have you in this interview. And I want to thank everyone who has joined us. So maybe you can be able to give us a party shot for everyone who's in this interview, and maybe those who are going to be able to watch this this interview later. Maybe Dr. Ari can be able to give us a shorting, like a parting word.
For me, what I can tell people is that LongRich is the future. The company is very stable. And even if you have not joined, this is the right time to join LongRich. Because whether you like it or not, you'll brush your teeth, you'll use a soap, women, you'll use a sanitary pad. So why not join a company which gives you essential? And then a company which will give you an extra source of income for referring another friend to use the same products. We are not telling you to go and sell gold. We are not telling you to sell something which is not essential, which is not necessity. So join the business right now, work on your business, open your shop every day, explain to people about LongRich every day, and give yourself, if you want to earn, give yourself a target and support your team, and you'll be surprised with the results. Sometimes I wonder, when I see some of my earnings, I usually wonder. But let me tell you, the first year I put so much effort. When I tell people I have traveled, I used to be in different countries. I've gone to Sudan, South Sudan. When people are afraid to go to South Sudan, me, I've gone there. I've gone to so many countries which people are afraid of going. So you need to put the effort in the business. And after some times, you will see the results. But whatever you do not give up on your business. Do not give up. Continue. Do not give up.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Mercy. Thank you so much to those who have joined us, and we are so happy. We thank you so much for being with us.